You brought up primetime Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, right?
Mhm.
And that name has really been getting some traction with the Cowboys. Granted, there's still a lot of NFL ball left to be played. Heck,
Yeah.
he still has a lot of collegiate ball left to be played there at his current with his current team in Colorado. But you already know how people get ready for the next thing, the next year, and I know that is garnishing some attention. Should the Cowboys consider bringing in Coach Prime? Now, you gave your sentiments about how you feel. For our viewers that are watching us, thank you for watching us once again. Let us know how you feel. And I know some people are saying, no, that doesn't make sense. He's not deserving of having that opportunity. He's not deserving of being considerate. There lies the lie. It does make sense, and he is deserving of having that opportunity. You know why, Pat P? You know why, viewers? Because we've seen individuals with a short sample size get an opportunity to be a head coach in the National Football League. We've seen it. Most recently, let's go with, I'll give you two cases, right? Matt Rule, when he became the head coach for the Carolina Panthers, where did he come from?
College.
Ball,
Temple.
right? Now, granted, he coached college football longer than what Deion has done, especially in Power 5 play. Currently, it's Power 4. But Matt Rule came from Temple, went to Baylor, coached at Baylor a few years, got a shot to go to the National Football League for the Carolina Panthers, right? And last time I checked, it's almost like the same trajectory for Deion. Deion was at Jackson State, revitalized that program like Matt Rule did at Temple, went to Colorado, and we're currently watching magic before our eyes. Revitalized that program similar to what Matt Rule did at Baylor. But Matt Rule became a head coach. Most people accepted it. Heck, he got $60 million. They paid him $60 million fresh out. And it wasn't like Baylor was a national powerhouse, a contender. Yeah, they became successful, but it wasn't like they were competing for championships. Heck, right now, Colorado's competing for a playoff spot. And last time I checked, you get in the playoffs, you legit competing for a championship.
Yeah.
I'll give you another
100%.
case for you, Pat P. And this is going to hit home for your viewers. Like, you forgot about this. For all you people that saying, no, he ain't deserving. He ain't done enough. Well, Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury. Texas Tech. Texas Tech became your head coach, Pat P.
Yeah, he was.
He became your head coach. Yeah. While you go ahead and get yourself together, I gotta give up some more information because a wise man told me once again, never argue if you don't have facts, if you don't have numbers to back up your argument, right? So if you're telling me that Cliff Kingsbury, now granted, it didn't really work out like that in AZ. You saw it firsthand, but guess what? He got an opportunity.
Yep.
He got an opportunity. And you're not telling me. Now, Matt Rule was more successful in the collegiate ranks than Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, I'm pulling up his collegiate coaching career right now. When you talk about what he did as a head coach, he was let me pull it up right now for you because I know a lot of people are saying, no, man, Deion don't deserve no opportunity and all that. What? All right, so Cliff Kingsbury was at Texas Tech. He coached longer at Texas Tech than what Deion is doing at Colorado. His overall record was 35 and 40. Right? In conference play, he was 19 and 35. So he was below 500. Now, mind you, his first year was his best year. He was 8 and 5 his first year at Texas Tech. The last 3 years, he was below 500. 5 and 7, 6 and 7, 5 and 7. And correct me if I'm wrong, during one of those losing stints, didn't he coach Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes was on that team, right? Let me see. Pat Mahomes, I want to make sure I get my facts, my numbers together. Now, hold on, Pat P. Pat Mahomes was drafted.
He had Pat Mahomes.
He had Pat Mahomes. So he lost with Pat Mahomes in college? How is that even possible?
It's possible. Pat
It
Mahomes,
is.
he wasn't Patty Mahomes yet.
He was. He went first round.
He still wasn't Patty Mahomes yet, though. He ain't the Patty Mahomes that we
Man,
see
listen,
today.
man.
We saw flashes of it in college, but he's a total different player now.
So Pat Mahomes was drafted. I want to just make sure he was drafted in 2017. So he was drafted in 2017. So Cliff Kingsbury
Yeah, he
did
had
coach
all three. He had Pat Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and Kyler Murray.
because Baker transferred. Now
Yeah,
Kyler was at A&M. Kyler
but
was
I'm
at
saying he
A&M.
coached all three of those quarterbacks, though. Is what I'm saying, right? Oh no,
No,
no, no. I'm sorry. He did not coach Kyler Murray. He coached Caleb Williams. That's who it was.
yeah, he coached Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caleb.
so 2017, he got drafted in 2017. So 2016, he went 5-7 with Pat Mahomes. Dang. But he got a head coaching job.
Yeah,
So y'all can miss me with that Deion ain't deserving of having that opportunity. Matt Rule, if Cliff Kingsbury were deserving of getting an opportunity, why not Deion Sanders? Now, it ain't my decision to hire him or to give him an interview. I'm just speaking out on the folks that saying Deion should not be deserving of getting that shot. Hey, Joe Judge became the head coach for the New England Patriots.
it was a special team coach, wasn't
Yes. And I
it?
think he was only special team coach for maybe the main man, maybe a year or so. Like,
Yeah,
come on, man. There are a lot of coaches that getting opportunities. They ain't got no business getting no opportunity. So what
yeah.
we seen from Deion is he brought life to a program that was in the ground 6 feet deep.
Yeah. You know the thing about that though too, Matt. You always talk. You're talking about how people are not deserving, but also people have to understand it's all about timing too. Because when Matt Rule got got picked up, they was in the midst. They wanted the offensive help. They thought Matt Rule was an offensive guru, so they took a chance. Cliff Kingsbury, they hired him because he came from the college level, coach quarterbacks that had similar styles as Kyler Murray. So they
Yep.
thought that would be a good. I don't know where the hell that Joe Judge hire come from, but it's all about at the end of the day, it's all about timing, man. It really is. So you can't
Yes, man.
be like,
Like,
oh, this person is not deserving or that person is not deserving. It just comes down to timing, and if an organization feel like this is the perfect timing for that change that we're looking for, and this is the person that we believe that's going to give us that, they're going to give that guy an opportunity.
yes. And I'll say this, Pat P. You know about this just as well as I do. When you're the head coach of a national football team in the NFL, you have to be able to lead men. That is the
Right.
most important trait you have to
100%.
have. I know
100%.
X's and O's are important. I know that. But can you lead men?
Right.
Can you do that year in and year out? Can they buy into what you're selling? Will they respect you for them to follow your lead? That's why Coach Harbaugh is doing a masterful job with the Chargers because he can lead men.
100%.
Yeah, so that's what owners in this interviewing process, when you talking to these people and you hiring these guys, I understand we're going to talk X's and O's. But I want to know what your leadership qualities are like. Because if
Right.
you can't lead men, you're going to lose the locker room. Dennis Allen
100%.
lost the locker room in New Orleans, got fired. You know, when you look at other jobs that have really diminished when it came to reaching the level of success, they lost the locker room. Josh McDaniels, a year ago at the Raiders, lost the locker room. You got to have men that can keep the locker room intact. That's important.
100%.
That's important. So me personally, I'm just saying, we don't know if this is actually going to continue to be a story or not. But for the people that are saying, no, he's not prime, is not deserving of even being considered for the Dallas Cowboys as the head coach, you're a lie. He is deserving. And I just gave
Yeah.
you reasons why, because we've seen it before. But just because it's prime, you're saying he ain't deserving. Well, Cliff Kingsbury got it. Showed that he couldn't do it as a head coach, but he got it. Matt Rule, same thing. So why not?